and welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Lauren, and today I am looking at a video suggested by Fujashi Cake over on Patreon. They have asked me to look at when a baseball match becomes a battle royale. Don't know. I don't know what to expect about this. I don't know. Looking forward to it, though, because it sounds like violence and baseball are going to be involved, and, you know, I'm a fan of both of those things. I actually have a fun little baseball actually close to hand. Right? Yeah. I have a World Series 1983 ball that was given to me by this guy. He gave it to me because the Baltimore Orioles won that game, and he knew that I was a Baltimore fan. He gave me a couple of Baltimore things, actually, like a couple of cards and this really cool baseball. Yeah, I don't remember his name. I do remember what he gave me, though. Oops. I did not ask him for any of these things. He did ask me out too many times. I did keep the baseball because it's cool. But in any case, we're going to learn more about a baseball match becoming a battle royale. Seems like a free-for-all. Let's go and whack people with bats. Let's go. I'm not actually advocating for that. Honestly, though, I'm not.
Cleveland, Ohio. And as discussed before on this channel, Cleveland at this point is a hub of investment and growth. Yes, their river has been catching fire regularly, over 13 times by now.
Oh my god.
And yes, jobs are being lost en masse due to deindustrialization. But don't mind any of that. Cleveland's baseball team has big plans. See, beyond the horrific pollution and local economic depression, something even worse was happening. Cleveland's baseball sales were going down. That was it.
That's too bad.
Something had to be done.
It's important to get those up.
The Cleveland Indians baseball organizers gather round. Gentlemen, sales have been in the gutter these last few seasons. We need more people coming through those doors. It's then that someone has a brilliant idea. A baseball game where alcoholic beverages are stupidly cheap.
Ooh, nice. I would go to that. Or maybe a baseball game where they let you bring in your own and you don't have to sneak them in. And with all sorts of fun stuff, because that's what we always had to do. It's like, let's put all of the little minis just in any place we can find them, usually in somebody's bra. Or the other thing that we used to do, and I'm not necessarily advocating for this either, this is all alleged, and also many years ago, was we would take the little minis without the again, it was always the minis because those are the easiest thing to do. But we'd put them in a bag, like a girl's bag, and then put like sanitary napkins and like pads and like put a few tampons in there on top. And then go in through like a bag check line where a guy was checking the bags because they never wanted to look too deeply into that. And that's how we did that.
Now, Cleveland had run a similar promotion before in 1971, and it had gone very smoothly. So naturally, this time would be buttery smooth again. Now, the average price for a beer in 1974 is about 65 cents. That's equivalent to around $3.57 in 2022.
That's so cheap!
This game's beer would cost just 10 cents. That's equivalent to about 50 cents in 2022.
Oh my god. Wow, that's so cheap. Even cheap beers to like now are like $6. Like Bud Light is like $6, which is crazy. I do remember working at this bar where it's like our drafts were like $4. So it's like that was a couple of years ago. Our like domestic drafts were like $4. And so that was like Bud Light, Coors Light, Yingling, and there was like one other one. I don't remember what it was, but like those were all $4, and then occasionally, and we did run a couple of promotions where it was like buy one, get one for a penny. And that shit went real good.
Keep in mind that the cheapest tickets to the game were about $50 back then, and you've got a ticket and 5 beers for just $1.
That's nuts.
Not bad. But hold on.
I mean, I don't want to live in the past, but some of that pricing would be kind of magnificent. Like, especially because, things, the way that things where people are getting paid the same as they were in the 70s, but the cost has gone up.
Can't let people go overboard. Right.
Yes, you can.
How about we add a limit of 6 beers per purchase? Yep, that's good enough. It was genius. A baseball game where beers
six-pack.
cost 10 cents.
That's crazy.
What should we call it? Hold on. I think I've got it.
10-cent
It's
beer night.
perfect. And with that,
Clever.
the planning of 10-cent beer night goes underway. But before we move on,
I feel like there's a much
Shadow
pithier,
Legends. Do you have a mobile phone?
like, I feel
Then
like there
why
is
aren't-
definitely a much pithier way to market that. But again, at the same time, it's 10-cent beer. So, like, do you really have to market that? People are gonna show up for it. So maybe you don't need a catchy name, I guess. But it's more fun to come up with a catchy name.
And strap in. Get together 5 of your boys and jump
Oh, we're still here. Okay, I thought we were done.
Action Wars, Dungeon Crawls, and download the game.
Nope.
June the
Let's go,
4th,
team.
1974, Cleveland Baseball Stadium. After weeks of comprehensive planning, 10-cent beer night was ready to go. The Cleveland Indians and the Texas Rangers are in town and getting set to play each other later that evening. The beer trucks are coming in and loading up.
Oh,
So far,
they're gonna be out of
things are
beer,
looking
aren't
grand. There are also record numbers of people coming in. The average turnout for games last season had been a few thousand, but tonight, over 25,000 people had.
they? Wow.
That was over twice the amount they were expecting.
I mean, look, y'all are gonna be basically not charging for beer. Like, people are gonna show up for that.
Wow. The plan was working perfectly. But
Except
there
they
is
didn't have
a
enough
little other
beer?
thing brewing. See, the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians actually have a little bit of history. Just a
I
week
love a
earlier,
rivalry.
both teams had played each other down in Texas, and things got heated. The game had mostly been going smoothly. That was until both teams' benches emptied out for an all-out brawl mid-game.
Those
It
are
didn't
always
take
fun.
long for fans to get involved.
Whoa.
And Indians players are barraged by food and beer from Rangers fans on their way back to their
Really?
benches. Cleveland's pitcher has to actually be physically restrained from climbing into the stands and fighting the fans.
Wow.
So, at this point, Texas is being managed by a guy called Billy Martin. About Billy Martin, he drinks. A lot. Openly boasts about cheating to the teams he's playing against. And throughout his career was hired and fired from the New York Yankees about 5 separate times. One of those times for punching a marshmallow salesman in the face. He
A
also
marshmallow
fought his
salesman?
own best player in the benches during a game, and even broke his pitcher's rib after having about 4 fights with him in a hotel. This was one night after almost
And why did they bring him back? What the fuck? That guy's. Why were they even allowed to bring him back?
having a fight with a groom celebrating his wedding night. It was fair to say, the man was no stranger to a fight. And this guy was the manager of the Texas Rangers for 10-cent beer night. It also turns out that he'd been having a jab at the Indians to the press, telling a reporter there wouldn't be enough fans at Cleveland Stadium to worry about. Cleveland's sports radio host spends the entire week amping up Cleveland's fans about it.
Yep,
Then
I
there was the
bet.
weekly papers.
Okay, and that's another reason to definitely want to go. It's like, wait a minute. He said we're not going. Okay, strap in. We gotta go. Like, absolutely. You gotta go. It's 10-cent beer night and I get some petty revenge. Absolutely. I'm there.
Cartoon of the Indians mascot, Chief Wahoo, who's holding up boxing gloves, saying, "Be ready for anything," about their next game.
Dramatization.
And tonight was the night Cleveland and Texas would finally play again. The only difference? 10 times the fans and 10 cents a beer. All that combined with a local economy of laid-off factory workers, and 10-cent beer night's atmosphere was a bit uneasy.
Yeah, I
But nonetheless, the game begins, and players start batting. The Rangers take the lead early on after their Tom Greaves scores a home run in the second inning. An inning basically being a round of play. Now,
you for
unsurprisingly,
that.
the crowd at this point is already absolutely hammered, and things are beginning to degenerate. Fast. After the home run, A middle-aged woman decides to run onto the field.
Girl!
Okay, not too crazy. Wait, hold on. Is she flashing the crowd? My god. She also runs up to the head umpire and tries to kiss him. He says he's not in the kissing mood. She's eventually removed, and the game continues. In the fourth inning...
Lady! She definitely pre-gamed. I mean, I hope she was having it. She seemed like she was having a great time. Good for her. Happy that she enjoyed herself. But wow, she needs to either pre-game less or figure out how to game properly.
Texas's Tom Greaves hits his second home run of the game, and fans celebrate. It's at this moment that a man sprints into the field and slides into second base. He's also naked. By the way, the ground around a base is made of an almost gravel-like material.
Yeah.
So this probably hurts.
Yep, it does. I've slid into third and home on more than one occasion. And if I was wearing shorts and like one of the time, and this is why I don't wear shorts to my softball games anymore, because like this is also why the baseball players don't wear shorts, but it's like it like scratched me up real bad. I mean, I was safe, so it was worth it, but like it'll cut you up if you were wearing. That's why I don't wear the shorts. It's like it can be 91 degrees with 58% humidity or something, which is what it's looking like it's going to be in my game tomorrow. But I don't wear shorts because I like to have skin on my legs.
A lot. Security tries to catch him, but he slips away into the crowd, never to be seen again.
Oh, wow.
Inning 5.
Good for him.
A man and his son run onto the field and moon the crowd.
What a weird game.
It's also around this point that...
What's that clip from She's the Man? This scene.
Is it just me, or does this soccer game have more nudity than most?
Yep, that scene. Haha, I knew I'd find it. Anyway, that's what that was given.
A Cleveland batter hits a line drive straight into the Texas pitcher's stomach, sending him to the ground.
Ouch.
Cleveland fans in the upper stadium begin chanting, "Hit him again, hit him harder."
Ooh, rude.
The organisers are sat down, watching this unfold live. This is going swimmingly. However,
I mean,
it's
you
at
know
this
what?
point-
Sex sells. There's been a lot of nudity in this game. People might show up to the next one just in case there's more naked people.
There's someone bursts into the room. Gentlemen, a problem. The incredibly volatile and agitated crowd? No. We can't serve these beers fast enough. See, early on, the demand for beer was so great that Cleveland staff couldn't actually haul the beers out of the trucks quick enough, resulting in very large, very angry queues.
Yep.
Hold on. What if we line the trucks behind the outfield fence and sell the beers straight from the back of the trucks? Genius. And beer trucks rock up to the fences and start pouring.
Okay.
Now back to the game. And the atmosphere is currently changing. See, it's 1974, and for some reason, in 1974, it's fairly common practice to bring firecrackers to games. And 10-cent beer night was no exception.
Oh,
A ton of fans had bought them, and by God were they using them. And hundreds are set off in and around the stadium. This results in a
That's
ton of smoke.
crazy.
That, coupled with people in the crowd banging literal war drums, gives the game an
That's
atmosphere more akin to a battlefield than a baseball game. But alas,
That's nuts, though.
the game goes on.
Firecrackers.
Back on the field, Texas's Mike Hargrove is being
Like everything just kind of flew in the 70s, huh?
pelted with hot dogs and spit. He's also almost hit with a gallon jug of wine.
Oh,
Firecrackers
thanks.
are now also being thrown into Texas's warm-up area, and the team members inside have to be evacuated immediately.
Shit.
Regardless of all of this, Texas is doing well
The game
and
must go
currently
on.
5-1 up. Now at this point, monumental amounts of beer and debris are being thrown onto the field. Announcers ask fans
I
to
love
try
this.
mental
That's Australia. Why are we? This is you can't fool me. I see those VBs. I see them VBs. This is
amounts of beer and debris are being thrown onto the field. Announcers ask fans to try and keep the field clean.
just try.
And a tidal
Do your
wave
best.
of beers are thrown in immediately after.
Of course,
An
again,
army of stew-
this is a group of people who showed up to the game because they were told that not enough people would come to the game. Like, of course they're gonna immediately throw more shit onto the field.
Druids are instantly deployed to clean it up. Meanwhile, in the outfield, fans have now actually thrown the tables separating them and the beers away, and are currently in the process of pillaging them. The bar staff also only consists of 2 teenage girls per truck.
Oh no!
And unsurprisingly, they're now deciding it's probably time to leave.
Yep, peace.
10-cent beer
Bye.
night just got a 10-cent discount. The hordes rampage the trucks like
Oh
wolves.
my god. This is why bars have bouncers and also don't hire teenagers to be their bartender.
Back on the field, and the onslaught continues.
Oh my god, poor girls.
Texas players are being battered with beers, empty cups, rocks, bottles, batteries for some reason, and more hot dogs.
Weird things
One
to
player
bring with
reckons
you,
he's hit with around 20 pounds of hot dogs.
but
That's about the weight of a bike or a sledgehammer. Organisers are sat nervously,
That's
still
crazy.
watching this all unfold. Fans on third base are now actively deconstructing the padding of the stadium wall. They actually almost get it off and up into the seats. However, the army of stewards abandon their trash job and stop them, spending the
good.
remainder of the game making sure the wall is kept intact.
Oh my
The
god.
crowds were now also bolder. Tons of them run onto the field, throw their clothes off, and start running around. Packs of
Why
fans
does
are
everyone
scurrying
get
across the
naked?
outfield more and more frequently. Streakers are everywhere. The 7th inning of the game commences, and most families and those that had remained sober had looked around and decided it was probably time to leave,
Yeah, gotta go.
leaving only a mass of belligerent drunks left. The 9th inning,
Oh my
the
god.
game's final one.
Fucking
And Cleveland
finally.
Indians had actually managed to rally back, tying the game 5-5.
I mean,
Indians player Rusty Torres hits the ball and starts running. He gets to second base. The game-winning run is now in his reach.
have they done delay of game at all to like try and get people off the field? Like, what? How long has this game actually been?
However, this is when things at 10-cent beer night hits critical mass. It's near the end of the final inning, and Rusty Torres is staring down the barrel of a potential win for the Cleveland Indians. However, a 19-year-old in the crowd has a very different idea. He decides to make a run on field and grab Texas outfielder Jeff Burrows' cap. Burrows confronts the fan, but trips and falls.
On a hot dog.
Now, from the Texas bench's perspective in the dugout, it looked like the fan had attacked Burrows. Billy Martin is livid. He's quoted as saying, "Boys, let's go get him," before grabbing a bat and literally charging the field. All of his players behind him also wielding
Oh my
bats.
god, with the supernatural and the Lord of the Rings, funny, I get it. Supernatural with the baseball bats? That's so much better. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
On the field, they find Burrows unharmed, but their charge had started something ungodly. Now gone from the field were the goofy streakers and silly pitch invaders, and something morbid was replacing them. An army of fans had crafted knives, chains, clubs, and other weapons from the stadium's seats, fences,
What?
and other general infrastructure, and were now storming the field with them. It was clear the Battle Royale had begun.
Oh
Where we dropping,
my
boys?
god.
Hordes of fans descend upon the field at breakneck speed and began looting. Beers,
It's like a prison riot. What the fuck?
bases, take 'em. Stadium debris, nice. While a large number of armed fans storm the field, others stay back and continue air support by hurling bottles from the stands. And before long, there were 200 plus fans on field wielding Mad Max style DIY weaponry surrounding the 25 Rangers, with
That's-
more fans dropping in constantly. The organisers are now sweating
Insane.
heavily. If we don't do something here, boys, things might start to get out of hand. We'll get security on it. Wait, hold on. We only hired 50 of them. Dear.
Even if they were only expecting like 11,000 people or whatever. 50 security guys is not enough. It's just not.
God. The stadium's organist steps in. "It's alright, lads. I've got this." And he starts playing Take Me Out to the ball game. Back on the field, and Cleveland's manager now realises that the Texas Rangers are in serious
would be so effing surreal. You see this like crazy actual war happening on the field, people with like bats and broken bottles and pieces of piping and fencing, and like then you just this serene organ at the top. I would think that I was like in hell. That's crazy.
Serious trouble. He and his own men also grab their bats and go in, literally attacking their own fans in the process. Rioters begin throwing steel chairs at players, and Cleveland pitcher Tom Hilgendorf is hit in the head. The umpire is also hit on the head. He ends the game by forfeiting it to Texas and runs away. It was clear, the situation is becoming bad. So managers try to get their teams back to the benches and out of the stadium. However, on his way back to the benches, Texas's Mike Hargrove gets into a fist fight with a fan. By the way, the game's announcers are calling all of this out in real time.
Oh my god.
Hilgendorf has been hit on the head. Hildy is in definite pain. Hargrove has got some kid on the ground and he is really administering a beating. Hargrove eventually gets...
Oh my god. I would actually love to find that transcript and like actually read it. I would love to see that recording. I want it.
Gets the fan down, but is almost immediately hit by another one. However, the sight of the players swinging bats at the rioters starts to lower the rioters' morale, and they back off a bit. Seeing this, benched players form a rear guard, and players take advantage of what might be their only opportunity to get out. Both teams beeline to the benches and through the tunnels. They'd made it, leaving a violent mob of baseball fans alone on the field. In the midst of all of this carnage, a local sports writer is out on the field, attempting to interview people. He approaches multiple fans, but eventually gives up after getting punched in the face twice. Alright boys, take me out to the ball game clearly isn't working, and we have essentially no security here. There's only one option left. And the riot is eventually quelled by Cleveland's own SWAT team.
Wow.
And so, after thousands of dollars of damage, casualties left, right and centre, and a literal battle royale breaking out mid-game, 10-cent beer night had come to an end. Of the hundreds of rioters in the field, only 9 arrests were made. Throughout the night, 60,000 beers consumed, 19 streakers, an unquantifiable amount of damage to the stadium, and by the end of it, every single base stolen. They were never returned.
Oh, no.
It had been nothing short of an absolute travesty.
Crazy.
There would be another 10-cent beer night held a month later.
Of course there was. I guess that one didn't go as badly. Ball game. That's absolutely insane. That's so crazy. Wow. Okay, that was Big Boss wrote that. That was don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. That's wow. Holy shit, that was nuts. Anyway. I've got my baseball. I don't have a bat anymore because a girl stole it from me. I let her use it like at the end of last season, knowing like because I needed to go, but I let her use my bat, I mean, I knew that she was leaving town, but like she was leaving town in months and months. And so I let her use it and be like, hey, just get this back to me or give it to the coach, something, you know, and we're like, we'll meet up. And I tried like several times over the course of the next like 5 months to get this bat back from her, and she just kept flaking on me. So I lost my bat. Yay. Anyway, that's my story about that. Wow. Well, thank you for the suggestion. That was nuts. If you want me to watch other stuff like that, go ahead, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, go check out more Big Boss stuff, and let me know if there's more stuff from him specifically you'd like me to look at. See ya. Bye.